Doyle getting a toe to it, but not enough. Dembele. Now Harry Kane is through. Still going Kane. McKevely. And he finds the outside of the post.
Well, Jay McKevely does really well here. Just forces Harry Kane away from the target. Sometimes as a defender you can't slide in and win the ball. You can't run the risk of giving a penalty away. So just try and shepherd the striker away from goal to tighten the angle. That's exactly what McKevely does here. And he has no choice really, Harry Kane, than to go for the shot, but there's nothing to aim at.
Well, when he was playing in that slightly withdrawn role with Emmanuel Adebayor up front in the first leg, it was the first game in this competition this year that Spurs had played in which he hadn't scored. He's getting some early chances here. Stambouli, foul just outside the Sheffield United box.
Stambouli showing he can just break out that holding midfield role as well and burst forward. Certainly clipped by Doyle. This is a real opportunity now for Tottenham. Christian Eriksen, I'm sure, will fancy his chances from here, but good burst from Stambouli to draw the foul.
Christian Eriksen standing over it, so too Lamela, who's shown at times this season that he's capable of the spectacular. Don't rule out Kyle Walker. Eriksen takes, going from that far corner, it's delightful! Christian Eriksen delivers a wonderful goal on the night. And who knows, maybe that is enough for that ticket to Wembley and the date against Chelsea.
Oh, this is a quite stunning free kick. Mark Howard, well, to me it seems as if he thinks this ball is going to fly over the crossbar. They've got Eric Dyer on the end of the wall. I just wonder whether the Sheffield United keeper thinks the ball is going to be whipped round the wall. But Eriksen just catches the keeper out. It's a quite brilliant free kick. Just watch Mark Howard. He just actually pulls out of it. I don't think he's even going to save it. But to me it seems as though the keeper thinks this is going over the crossbar, but it's stunning from Eriksen.
It was going to take something pretty special to unlock this stubborn Sheffield United side. Christian Eriksen has just delivered just that. Davis. To McNulty is blocked by Stambouli. Skugel can come forward here. McNulty taking it on. And he had options outside in there. Mark McNulty, the Sheffield United top scorer.
You can understand him taking the shot on. McNulty's hardly had any service at all, but Jose Baxter is behind him. He has options to his left as well, Baxter. That's why there's a quizzical look from Baxter towards McNulty, saying just keep the ball moving, don't shoot from there. That was wildly optimistic.
Skugel helps it on. Morris goes low, couldn't find McNulty. Lamela. Lamela looking for Mason. Just wide. There was a fine sliding challenge in that just prevented Mason from really killing this one off.
Jose Baxter does really good defensive work here to get all the way back into his penalty area and just slide in. It's a brilliant challenge actually in the end. I think Ryan Mason actually sees him coming. And that is a brilliant covering challenge.
Flynn. That's an inviting ball in. Chance, goal! What a moment for Che Adams! The former non-league player has breathed new life into Sheffield United.
We'll talk about an important substitution. Nigel Clough has come up with a beauty here. It's a wonderful ball in from Ryan Flynn. I wonder whether there's a foul actually as this ball is played in. Did Kyle Walker push one of the Sheffield United players there? But I tell you what, Che Adams didn't worry about that. He just concentrated on making good contact here. Side of the foot, he didn't go for power. He went for placement and precision. And he has put Sheffield United right back in the tie.
His first goal for Sheffield United, 18 years old. Murphy. Flynn. He's got a lovely ball down the line for Murphy. Lifton and Adams wait in the middle. Murphy. Just too high for Scooter. Adams again! Absolutely extraordinary! You just can't write stories like this. Che Adams has somehow pulled it back for Sheffield United.
Well, I just wondered, did this take a deflection of Eric Dyer as he takes the shot? Does he take a touch off the big centre-half? Brilliant play from Jamie Murphy. He's given the Spurs defence a torrid time down the left. He switched to the right and he puts the really experienced centre-half on his backside. But what a great first touch from Adams. It definitely takes a touch off Eric Dyer. And Sheffield United don't care. They're right back in this tie.
Sheffield United leading on the night, level on aggregate.
Kyle Walker just steps across his line there, but he's got to be careful, the Spurs right back. He has been booked.
There's the Sheffield United right back now, Flynn. Finding a good ball into Reed!
Well, his run is absolutely outstanding. His first touch is brilliant, and the goal is gaping. Michel Vorm has gone towards his near post. He's certainly got plenty of the goal to shoot at here, Lewis Reed. Just needs to keep it down, needs to keep it on target. Just bobbles slightly as he strikes it, and that's why he just whistles over the bar.
Well, he's never scored a senior goal, Lewis Reed. As he said a moment ago, he's able to prey on the fact that Kyle Walker has been booked. Kane finding Christian Eriksen. It's Eriksen! Surely this time it's Wembley for Tottenham! What a response! The man who started the scoring with that sublime free kick might just have finished off Sheffield United here.
Oh, we've seen three touches of class from Christian Eriksen tonight. The first one was the free kick. There's a couple of bits of brilliance in this goal. The way he's able to get away from defenders, ghost into space, is fantastic. Just watch his movement off the ball. And then when he gets the opportunity to shoot, he doesn't thrash this goalwards. You see how many strikers in this position would have gone for power. He just really checks it, just whips it back into that far corner. Gives Mark Howard absolutely no chance. Brilliant movement and a quite stunning finish.
In front of the travelling Tottenham thousand. Filtered by Harris. Adams. Backstop. Higdon. Oh, can open up here for Murphy. Bournemouth spilled it. It'll be a free kick now. Oh, they're furious as Basham slid in there. The Tottenham players feel that he took too much of the keeper rather than the ball. It wasn't there to be won. There's some pushing and shoving, some afters. How have you seen this one, Andy?
Well, the ball just gets away from Chris Basham here, and I think Michel Vorm is always favourite to get to it. But you can understand why Basham chases it. Side, of course, are chasing the game. The Spurs players not happy at all. They feel he went over the top and is looking to injure their goalkeeper.
Seems it's just a yellow card offence.
Saying to Jan Vertonghen there was chasing the ball, but you can see that Vorm is clearly there. He's at the ball. He makes a bit of a meal of that as well. You can see why Kyle Walker's saying, look, stay on your feet, there's nothing in that. But Vertonghen's clearly unhappy. I can see why. You have to be brave as a goalkeeper. Chris Basham makes a challenge when the keeper's pretty much got the ball. It's always dangerous.
throws the runner outside him. No joy for Harry Kane on this occasion. Maybe time for one last attack for Sheffield United. They need to hit the front early. Basham's up there. Higdon in the middle. Blocked out by Vertonghen.
Well, if they have a long throw, Sheffield United, surely they've got to use it now.
It will be an all-capital final in the Capital One Cup. Tottenham look to be cruising towards their date with Chelsea after a classy goal from a free kick from Christian Eriksen in the first half. That gave them a 2-0 aggregate lead. But then teenage Che Adams, who'd never scored a goal for Sheffield United before, former Ilkeston Town player, came off the bench to deliver not one but 2 goals for them and deliver real hope of not just taking it to extra time but winning it outright. That was before Eriksen had the final say with another classy finish, sliding it past Mark Howard in the Sheffield United goal and booking a major final for Tottenham. Their 8th League Cup final and their first since 2009, and another date with Chelsea.
Spurs are at Wembley and that's all that matters, but I'll tell you what, there'll be a huge sigh of relief from Pochettino and all his players, because Sheffield United gave it absolutely everything, and out of pretty much nothing they got themselves back in the tie. Kyle Walker, of course, former Sheffield United player, he'll be pleased to be at Wembley with his new side, but Christian Eriksen absolutely outstanding. His free kick was brilliant, his movement off the ball and his finish for the winning goal tonight was outstanding. He was really the difference between the two sides.
Premier League class told out in the end. It will be a repeat of the final of 2008. North against West London. Pochettino against Mourinho. Tottenham against Chelsea at Wembley on March the 1st. But Sheffield United, who look down and out, will take so much encouragement, not just from tonight and the way they finished the match, but from yet another epic cup run, even though they did fall short of their first ever League Cup final, their first major cup final at Wembley, or anywhere for that matter, since 1936.
Well, Sheffield United are bound to be disappointed, but it is all about promotion from League One for them up into the Championship. They scared a few Premier League sides along the way in the Capital One Cup, and they ran Spurs mightily close. They've got to use, I think, the impetus they've got from the Capital One Cup, try and use that to get up into the playoffs and get up into the Championship.
Well, it's a mouth-watering final, isn't it? Particularly when you consider what happened just a few weeks ago. Emmanuel Adebayor in celebration there with Christian Eriksen. Tottenham on their way to Wembley. It's not been an easy journey up here to South Yorkshire for the Tottenham supporters. Train delays, snow on the road, a long way, but it'll be a sweet journey back through the wintry night for the 5,000 Tottenham Hotspur supporters. Sheffield United can now focus on the league, focus on promotion, focus on the FA Cup as well. They're still in that. And they have new arrivals that this cup run has enabled the club to finance. There's plenty for them to take forward. But it is an all-Premier League affair at Wembley Stadium on March the 1st. Well, let's get some reaction to the Capital One Cup finalists from the Tottenham camp and join David Craig.
Harry, Ryan, many congratulations. There's 2 boys that's come through the Spurs Academy. What does this mean?
It means the world, you know. Obviously, we looked like we was in cruise control, and I think that was the worst thing we could have done. And Sheffield United, give credit to them, they come back into the game. But I think it shows how much character we have to then go again and get the goal. And yeah, we're going to Wembley, absolutely buzzing.
Ryan, was your character really tested tonight when Sheffield United brought it back to 2-2?
Yeah, it was massive, you know. Like Harry said, credit to them. They give a real good go, and I think in the end we a bit of quality from Harry and Christian finished it off. We're delighted, yeah.
Do you both remember the last time Tottenham faced Chelsea in the final of this competition?
Yeah, we do. We're all there watching, and hopefully we can put one over on them again.
How confident are you putting one over on them in the final, Harry?
Yeah, you know, Wembley, anything can happen. And we've had 2 good games against them this season, and it's one apiece, so this is going to be the decider, I guess. And no better place to do it at Wembley, and yeah, can't wait to be there.
You didn't get on the score sheet tonight, but did you enjoy leading the line?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, as a striker, you want to be getting chances. I thought I had chances on another day, maybe scored a couple, but at the end of the day, we won, and that's the most important thing for us as a club and as the fans. All the fans, done it for the fans, they're buzzing. So yeah, really happy.
Ryan, is this team beginning to evolve now?
Yeah, you know, over the last couple of months, we've had some positive results, and hopefully, if we go to Wembley and win that can only do us good for the league. And yeah, we're delighted. We can't wait.
Boys, well done. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you.
So a double reason for Ryan Mason to celebrate this week. He signed a new contract with the club earlier this week, and he and Harry Kane and the rest of this Tottenham side heading down to Wembley in a few weeks' time for an 8th League Cup final for this club. 4 times winners in 71, 73, 99 and 2008. But my goodness me, what a second half. They were coasting in the first half. That man was making life very uncomfortable for the Nigel Clough side. But then on 77 minutes, it sprang into life. Sheffield United fought back, but in the end, Tottenham and the classy Eriksen killed it off. And we now know who will complete for the first piece of domestic silverware on Sunday, March the 1st. The Capital One Cup final at Wembley Stadium will see Chelsea up against Tottenham in a repeat of that 2008 League Cup final, which Tottenham won by 2-1. We're on air from 2:30 on Sky Sports 1. Right now over on Sky Sports 5, you can see the Copa del Rey quarter-final second leg between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Barcelona leading 3-2 on the night, 4-2 on aggregates. At times throughout the night, Paul Robinson was part of that final in 2008 that Tottenham won against Chelsea. We'll get his thoughts and the thoughts of a little bit of a dejected Peter Bigrey as well when we come back. But my goodness me, what a way to score his first ever goal for Tottenham. 2, they got Sheffield United right back in it, but the classy Eriksen killed the tie off, and it's Tottenham heading to Wembley.